with an undefeated career in the pro ranks. Janibek Qazaq Style Alimkhanuly has been dishing out a gummy feast to power and pinpoint precision to a lineup of formidable foes, except the very top-tier champs who he believes are dodging him like he is a wildfire about to consume their legacies. What makes him think so? Let's journey back through the defining chapters of his career to uncover the reasons why.
Who has ducked you?
Біріншіден Андре да отказ берді, Мангуя да отказ берді. Ендігі мұны келісіп отырған. Енді қанша қашса да чемпион боламыз біз.
Telling you, they can't beat him. The better the opponent, the better he is.
Әлі қаттырған жоқпын. Енді басталып жатыр бұл жұмыс. Бұл жұмыс енді басталып жатыр. Енді ең қатты соққыларды чемпиондар қарамай.
Growing up in Kazakhstan, a country known for producing boxing legends like Gennady Golovkin, Janibek Alimkhanuly was practically born with boxing in his blood. Inspired by his father and grandfather's passion for the sport, Janibek started boxing at just 6 years old. Although he lost his first amateur fight, that early defeat ignited a fire that would fuel one of the most impressive amateur careers in recent memory. He went on to achieve a staggering 300 wins with only 8 losses, defeating recognizable names like Anthony Fowler and Jason Quigley along the way. His crowning moment came in 2013 when he claimed World Championship gold. But it wasn't all triumph. At the 2016 Rio Olympics, Janibek represented Kazakhstan, winning his first 2 bouts before narrowly losing a split decision to Azerbaijan's Kamran Shakhsurvarli in the quarterfinals. Yet this setback only sharpened his resolve. After a stellar amateur career, Janibek made a thumping entry into the big leagues, leaving a string of unconscious bodies during the first years of his career. Fight after fight, he climbed the middleweight ranks, riding the nickname Qazaq Style. Janibek's unique fighting approach allows him to either lead or counter, showcasing his skill both at range and in close quarters. With an exceptional ability to judge distance, cut off the ring and target the body.
Ол, яғни, ішінде ближний ойда да бокстасу, артқа да бокстасу, алдыға да бокстасу, контратака жасау, контратакасын күтіп алып, оған қарсы атака жасау. Сол біздің Qazaq Style деп аталады.
He started his professional journey with 2 fights in his homeland, Kazakhstan, before making his U.S. debut in Oakland, California, making a major shift in his career.
The first sight for you too?
Yeah, when he walked in and he started shadowboxing, I said, this kid got it. He didn't look in the mirror to see how he looked. He got in the ring and he shadowboxed like he was fighting somebody.
Since turning pro, after every win, his opponents grew fiercer, but so was the fierceness of his training and determination.
Just seconds to go.
In the year 2022, the WBO ordered their middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade to make a mandatory title defense against Janibek. But Alimkhanuly ended up facing the undefeated Danny Dignam for the vacant WBO interim middleweight title. Janibek would relish his chance and deliver a spectacular performance in the fight of his life. Janibek was on an 11-fight win streak with a 63% KO rate. On the other hand, the 14-0 Danny Dignam was on a 1-fight win streak with only half of his fights ending by knockouts, and just over a year ago, the SX middleweight fought to a split draw against Andrei Sirotkin. The hard truth is that Dignam didn't belong in the ring that night against Alimkhanuly. But to his credit, Dignam didn't dodge this fight and stepped up to find out what level he was at.
It's all about positioning, getting the right
The opening bell rang, and within 30 seconds, a left hand from Alimkhanuly landed with a type of speed and precision that Dignam hadn't faced before in his professional career. Janibek had sent Dignam hard to the canvas. It was a demolition from the onset.
Terrible defense, leaning back, trying to get away from shots.
Janibek put a step on the pedal, and the killer from Kazakhstan smelled blood. Hard and long left hands were the weapons of choice. The first round was a conclusive 10-8 score if ever there was one.
Too much respect. You've got to let those hands go. Oh! There's a bucket showing too much respect. He is into the range.
with the feint.
Comes underneath with the left hand.
As the countdown for round 2 neared the last 60 seconds, Alimkhanuly threw 2 left hands and eventually an uppercut found Dignam's power button, and it was night-night for the English middleweight.
Another. Oh, the uppercut floors him. And it's over. The uppercut absolutely destroys him.
Just about 4 months later, on the 22nd of September 2022, it was revealed that Alimkhanuly would make a voluntary title defense against the number 14 ranked WBO middleweight contender Denzel Bentley. The 2-time British champion is the first to challenge the unbeaten Kazakhstan fighter for the world title, and when offered, it was a fight Bentley agreed to straight away. In a fight where Janibek's Qazaq Style was supposed to blow out Denzel Bentley, the script underwent some last-minute changes. The bell rang and a fight began. Janibek controlled the early rounds, but the London native had other ideas. Bentley turned the tide of the fight into dramatic 5th round. He pushed Janibek to the ropes and laced the heavy favorite with hard right hands.
Bentley who got the best momentum. It's all Bentley. Oh, nice left hand. The legs of Bentley are shaking, and here is the boogie.
Alimkhanuly's corner implored him throughout the fight to step on the gas, and in the 12th round they told him he needed to finish big to win.
Do you want this, Janibek? Because I want it just as bad as you do.
The Kazakh nearly closed the show in the 12th, landing a series of straight lefts that wobbled Bentley. Bentley was far more competitive than expected. He held his ground against his opponent with a fearsome reputation. As the scorecards were announced, 116-112 twice and 118-110 for Alimkhanuly, boos and grumbling were heard among the fans in Las Vegas, who enjoyed a brave showing by Bentley. Bentley's career since the fight has had an upward trajectory, defeating Danny Dignam to win the WBO International Middleweight belt and defending it against Derek Osaze. Janibek's career, on the other hand, was only getting into world-class status, showing after showing. On the 13th of May 2023, he made his second title defense against the 6th-ranked WBO middleweight contender Stephen Butler. The ref for the fight, Jack Rice, has an old-school philosophy to boxing and referring, as they say, you knew what you're getting into when you stepped into ring with Jack Rice. His professional opinion is that the referee should decide as little of the fights as possible and that the corner should protect their fighter. The philosophy has gotten some good calls like Wilder Fury, but this night was not going to be one of those.
He was criticized that, hey,
when the bell rang, Janibek immediately wreaked havoc on Butler, who was too scared to throw.
There's a back foot, but he's actually the aggressor in this fight. And if Janibek poses,
Janibek with the left uppercut, and then a series.
The viewing audience was treated to some very brave officiating from the veteran referee, who could have really stopped the fight after the first knockdown when Butler had no legs upon getting up. Even taps on his chest by the referee sent him flying. Butler went down the second time, and the fight got closer to being stopped than ever before, but it wasn't.
Butler somehow still on his feet, blood raining from his nose.
So we got a third Butler drop, at which point Rice called the fight with a smirk on his face like he never saw the knockout coming.
Uppercut again!
Afterwards, Janibek called out Mexico's Saul Canelo Alvarez and American Jermall Charlo, but the potential challengers were nowhere to be seen.
Qazaq Style, Alimkhanuly!
In 2024, undefeated Kiwi middleweight boxer Andrei Mikhailovich was booked to challenge Janibek Alimkhanuly for his IBF world title. The fight was due to take place in Las Vegas back in July, but Alimkhanuly was hospitalized with dehydration and the bout was canned. Mikhailovich made fun of Janibek because he missed weight. This time his stage was set in Australia, and Janibek had great intention of making the Kiwi fighter pay for the trash talk earlier. At the press conference, Alimkhanuly was dismissive of his Kiwi challenger, talking almost exclusively about other potential opponents, a move that didn't go down well with Mikhailovich or his trainer, Isaac Peach. When Mikhailovich was asked if he had a message for Janibek,
A lot said between the two teams, but would you like to say anything to him now?
I'm gonna fucking kill you, is what I'm gonna say. Қиналасың бауырым, қиналасың. Рингте ертең мен сені қинаймын. Қай жаққа баратынын көремін сол кезде.
Things reportedly got more heated when the cameras stopped rolling at the press conference, with the teams having to be separated with more insults flying. Janibek flew into Australia 3 days before, not caring for jet lag. He couldn't rehydrate as much as he normally does, but it didn't matter. Finally, the day came when all trash talk was to be met with subsequent punishment.
Good shot there from Janibek, and the legs went from. And can Janibek do what he needs to do? He's travelled across the world, and now big shots, big one, and he's in trouble now. Here goes Janibek, postures and waits, and plays with Mikhailovic, and this is simply brutal stuff.
Janibek started to mock his opponent, a savage revenge for Mikhailovic's trash talk. It was a masterclass that soon got the fans in Sydney worried.
There's another of those shots, a little right hook from Janibek, and Mikhailovic comes back.
The fight became so damaging that fans feared that Janibek's punches might have long-lasting effects on Mikhailovic's health.
Again, because Mikhailovic is showing the swelling around his mouth.
Eventually, the fight was called off in the 9th round. It was an absolute sadistic beatdown. After the fight, people criticized Janibek for not finishing it in the 2nd round, but little did they know that he was there to punish the disrespect. Despite not being the most active fighter on the roster, the Kazakhstan boxer holds the IBF and WBO middleweight titles and is looking to unify the 4 belts at middleweight. In October 2024, the sanctioning body officially ordered him to face mandatory challenger Hamza Shiraz. How Janibek's career will carry on is uncertain, but one thing is for sure. The Kazakhstan boxer is loved by fans for his tricky boxing. Do you think Janibek has what it takes to defeat the dangerous Hamza? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.